monorail, my favorite.
I just cannot get enough of riding these things.
It's exactly like taking the subway.
Only, you know, not underground.
Also, it smells a lot better.
And instead of dropping you off in a potentially dangerous neighborhood in a busy city, it drops you off someplace a lot more magical.
I love Walt Disney World.
And I especially love the Magic Kingdom here. In fact, I love it so much,
I can spend an entire Disney World trip only visiting the Magic Kingdom
without even going to the other theme parks.
and still feel perfectly satisfied.
As a matter of fact, that is pretty much what I've done on this trip.
I mean, I did visit the other parks briefly,
But this trip was such a spur-of-the-moment, last-minute thing
that I knew I just wanted to spend as much time as possible.
in Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Fantasyland, and Tomorrowland.
Alright, well I am going to be returning in just over a week.
Which is the Disney World trip I actually had planned.
Right now, it's pretty much my last moments.
We've got time for just one more ride.
I wouldn't even have time to do this except for a cast member gave me one of these bad boys.
So thank you, anonymous cast members. Everybody knows there ain't nothing better than a wild old western ride.
Yeah! Get along! Ride 'em, cowboy! There's gold in them there mines!
And I got the gold hunting fever.
There's only one problem! Ain't no one driving the train! Ride 'em, Pilgrim! Thunder and cornflakes!
I ain't had so much fun since my Aunt Bessie gave me a dose of the opium.
It's just like a dang good country music festival.
Only with dinosaur bones.
Dynamite!
Oh, man.
It's always a good time in the old West.
Well, now unfortunately I'm going to have to trade the Old West in the era of steamboats and trains
For the more modern method.
of rental cars and planes.
Alright, now just enough time for one more ride through outer space.
Ride 'em, space cowboy!
And now that that's over,
All that's left to do is to go from this castle to this castle.
we're back at Disneyland. At least I think we are.
As you can see, our castle is undergoing a little bit of refurbishment.
They're finally taking off that 60th anniversary roof.
It'll be nice to see the old gal restored to her former glory.
Dude, that castle looks totally, utterly weird like that, am I right?
I mean, that is crazy town, and that's not the only thing undergoing a little refurbishment.
We've seen a tarp covering a castle just a few years ago.
But one thing we haven't seen in decades
Is this?
the entrance to Tomorrowland missing the Astro Orbiter. Ever since 1998, our rocket ride has been sitting in the entrance to Tomorrowland. Basically an exact clone of the Disneyland Paris Orbitron in Discoveryland.
Ours was a piece of 1998's new Tomorrowland.
When the whole land was, some people say regrettably, painted gold.
Now supposedly it's undergoing refurbishment and or replacement.
But just like the castle, it is supposed to be back in time for the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
AKA Star Wars Land this summer.
Which is kind of a shame, really, because that Astro Orbiter right here
is cool. It reminds me of the 90s and everything.
But personally, I miss the old 1980s entrance to Tomorrowland.
When all you saw here was People Mover and our rocket ride.
Was up on top of the People Mover loading platform where it belongs.
You know, like it is at Magic Kingdom in Florida.
See? That's the way it's supposed to look. With People Movers!
Speaking of Magic Kingdom, man, it's so crazy how I whipped out of Florida. I took a boat to the rental car to a plane.
And bam, I was back in California to help my kid with his school project and of course to have some more Disney adventures.
You know what though? This just doesn't feel right.
It's just not a Magic Kingdom without a castle. So I think we're gonna have to do it all in reverse.
And go from this castle
all the way back to this castle.
Whoa, talk about supersize. And look at this. I finally got to take the bandage off. I'm healed.
Healed by the magic of Disney.
Make out some side effects such as euphoria, excitement, and imagination.
Now let's keep in mind that I've double Disneyed quite a bit in my time.
You know, 2 coasts in 24 hours.
But it never gets any less surreal. Whoa, what a difference. And hey, look at this.
It's Mickey and his pals.
Everybody's ready! Oh, Mickey, I love the friendship thing! A day of fun and music and celebrating! That's right! And we traveled far and wide, inviting new friends to today's festival! It was a long journey! We crossed rivers and rounded farmers!
Look at those guys celebrating celebrating the Friendship Fair.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm Mickey's friend. I want to go up there.
See, I'm one of those people that love seeing Mickey talk. I love watching his mouth move and his eyes blink.
I could just watch this all day.
But I'm not gonna.
Instead, I'm gonna ski-daddle back to Fantasyland.
By the way, not only has my finger healed, and the weather has gotten so much warmer.
Since I was here just 7 days ago.
I remember last week how I rented the economy car and then I ended up with a pickup truck?
Well, this week, since Allie was with me, I decided to splurge for the compact.
And of course, when we showed up, they didn't have any.
But I just cannot wait to show you what they gave me instead.
Sometimes it pays to show up late.
Oh, look, there's Cinderella right there, and if you line her up just right, she's wearing a crown.
They've got the very same fountain in Disneyland Paris.
The only difference is the one in France doesn't have these drinking fountains on the corner.
Instead, they must drink straight out of the fountain.
Which, by the way, was the original purpose of fountains, huh?
Ooh, history.
Speaking of Cinderella's crown, by the way,
She would have never got that crown.
without the help of her fairy godmother, and I don't know about you,
But I kind of think that's the real hero of the story.
she could have left her with pumpkins and rats, you know?
But luckily for Cinderella, she disobeyed the prime directive.
Intervened and gave her all of this.
Upgrade.
Hey, look at this. What's happening?
We are, in fact, the Royal Majesty Makers!
Ta-da!
Yay!
Exciting. I, of course, am the most famous knight I am the only knight in all of Fantasyland, the delightfully whimsical Sir Sterling, and this is lady-in-waiting to our beloved Cinderella. This is my charming, extremely single, I'm going to say it twice, extremely single niece, Betty.
Hi, Betty.
Our hair, the sword will reveal all.
How is the hero?
Yeah, we're here to find the hero. So what we need to do is we need to find somebody that can move the sword. That person will be bestowed with the title of Hero of Fantasyland. You can cheer now. Thank you. I
Yay!
didn't expect that.
I miss them doing this at Disneyland in California. Another thing they only have here now.
Look at this, they're bringing this guy up to see if he can pull the sword from the stone.
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, pull, 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 pull.
Once again, you've been defeated, sorcerer.
Didn't work out. Now they grab me. How fun.
Ooh,
How
okay.
are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for this opportunity. Do I become king or just a hero?
Well, we'll see.
Okay,
We'll see how
okay.
this goes.
Step right up. No, I think I can do it one-handed. I'm pretty strong.
No,
Dan.
I'm not an evil sorcerer like Dan. No, no,
What
okay.
is your name?
Justin.
Justin!
Yeah.
Justin, that's a good name.
See?
One hand.
1, 2, 3,
No!
Let me switch hands. Let me. Ah, nothing.
Maybe can't do it, but give him a round of applause for that.
This is so embarrassing. Don't tell my mom.
Oh, no way. He can do it if I can do it with my muscles.
Just saying, these are primo.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, pull, 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 pull.
Whoa! Whoa, look at that! He did it! I should have used both hands.
A very special moment. Let's give 3
What's he
cheers.
doing?
Here we go.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Wow.
Next time I'll use both arms, I guess.
I really wanted to be king of England.
Or, sorry, right-wise ruler of England.
Wait, actually, that says right-wise ruler born of England. Oh man, I wasn't born in England.
Now I'll never be able to measure.
Huh?
Oh, if only I had a little bit of pixie dust.
I think that would have gone a lot better. Oh, up, up.
What's
Hi,
in there?
Peter. Oh, it's all my friends. I put
They're
them in
in
a
there?
tiny box
That
like
just
you
looks
locked
like
up
me.
Tinkerbell. Oh no,
Oh.
that is you. You are my friend.
Oh, good.
High five.
Dang it, Peter Pan.
You got pixie dust all over me when it was too late.
Hey, wait a minute. You know what I just realized?
I can probably fly now.
All I need is a really happy thought.
And you know what always makes me really happy?
The circus.
Especially when that circus
Features not just one, but 2.
flying circles of elephants.
Oh, I always forget about Double Dumbo.
Because what's more fun than one Dumbo ride? 2!
Yeah! Crash! Yes, that's right!
It wouldn't feel right without a castle, and it wouldn't feel right
Without a ride on a magical flying elephant!
Oh, by the way, look up there.
See how Timothy Q. Mouse is holding the magic feather?
Well, in California,
They've got Timothy Q. Mouse standing up on the center of their Dumbo ride.
and he's holding a whip like an old-timey circus whip.
And man, I cannot tell you the number of websites that used to claim they switched Disneyland's mouse to hold a feather.
For politically correct reasons.
When in reality, Disneyland's Timothy has always had the whip.
And it's here in the Magic Kingdom that Timothy Q. Mouse,
It's holding Dumbo's magic feather, which makes sense.
because instead of being in the center of a bunch of flying elephants,
This one's just standing above the gate on the way to Double Dumbo.
and it wouldn't make very much sense for him to be up there just whipping nothing.
Yes, sir, Dumbo always makes me happy. And seeing Double Dumbo makes me double happy.
So let's see if we can fly before Peter Pan's pixie dust wears off.
Here we go. This looks good. Just strap myself in here
And use my magic pixie dust.
to lift the magic lever and... Oh my God!
It's working! It's actually working! We're flying! We're flying!
Oh, I forgot how much I don't like being up high. But if you go down, then you're sort of leaning out. Up.
Higher, Dumbo! You don't need a magic feather! You've never needed a magic feather!
Just believe and soar.
He's believing! It's beautiful!
Oh, he's not believing. He's not believing anymore.
Wow! Ran out of pixie dust.
I love this place. It's the only circus land
That still has elephants, or at least the only one.
that nobody makes you feel bad about going to. All right, well, we believed and we soared.
And we did it all before it starts to rain.
In a little bit, it's supposed to rain so much that even Ariel will feel comfortable.
So I think I'll head out and show you the car now before I need an umbrella.
Plus, like I said, I brought Allie back to Florida with me.
And she's probably going to be waking up pretty soon.
So it's time for me to head on out, but I just want to say for the record,
I totally loosened that sword up for that kid.
it's like when you struggle with a jar for an hour.
the next person who touches is...
He may have lifted it, but I weakened it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hey, look at this.
Hey, we're getting a lot of Mickey Mouse today.
See? Here he comes.
Well, you can't have too much Mickey.
What a party! I just might be the luckiest mouse in the world!
All right, well, last week we did a lot of Magic Kingdom, not to mention today.
And I'm sure we'll do a little more this week.
But you know what?
I definitely can't wait to sink my teeth into some Epcot, Hollywood Studios.
And-
Don't forget about Animal
I was
Kingdom.
just gonna say that, Casey. Jeez.
Oh yeah, I am ready for some adventures.
Oh, hey, what the heck?
They've got Phineas and Ferb out here.
Ooh, keep an eye out for Perry the Platypus.
All right, now let's head out.
See, the good thing about when you leave Magic Kingdom
Is that you don't just walk out to the parking lots or the city streets.
because the giant Seven Seas Lagoon is out here.
On the way back to the car, you either get to take a boat or a monorail.
It's like one last bonus ride.
And even though it takes a while to get to the car, I can't hate on that. Express, please.
Ah, my favorite method of travel.
The monorail. Look at it.
The size, the scale, the beauty.
That's on the level, Peachy. On the square.
Gosh, would you look at the size of that ruby?
Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Oh yeah, time to say goodbye to the Magic Kingdom and make our way to the TTC. AKA the Transportation and Ticket
I
Center.
love the TTC.
When you're coming from the parking lot to the TTC, you're like, yes!
Our Magic Kingdom adventure is about to begin.
But when you're going to the parking lot from the TTC, you know, when you're leaving,
You're also like, yes!
I get to go rest my legs. Am I right, Mickey? High four.
Mickey knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. Oh, hey, check out this seal on the ground. I don't think I've ever noticed this here before.
Sweet.
All right, time to get the hero's tram.
The tram that's my hero, because it means I don't have to walk through the whole parking lot.
Oh, yeah. It's just that big thunder mountain. Except that it ain't.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot I actually parked in Peter Pan.
It was like fate that we met today.
Now if I can only remember what row the car is in.
We should be in pretty good shape. Like I say, it's always good to get the late flight in and get the last of the cars available because then it's always a grab bag.
I always book the cheapest car possible.
And they never give me a tiny car. Usually they give me like a minivan.
sometimes a little SUV. Last time it was a big pickup truck.
And this time, maybe because I splurged for the compact instead of the economy,
They gave me the option of either taking a Kia minivan.
A weird looking Nissan I had never seen before or at the last minute.
He said we could take this.
Look at that!
Dude, a brand new Dodge Charger.
For the compact car price, like $150 for the whole week.
Yes, what the heck?
The only bad thing is this is about 10 years newer than my Mustang, so I'm worried that I'll fall in love with it and become a Dodge person.
But dude, this thing is sick. Look at that, all orange and whatnot.
The finger is mostly healed. It really isn't skin on the end of it. It's very sensitive. It's like under skin, but it's not bleeding.
The weather is warm and they gave me this for a rental car.
Oh yeah, I think my luck is improving on this trip.
So anyway, I'm gonna hop in this thing and 23 skidoo.
But don't worry, gang. We will be back for even more adventures at Walt Disney World.
For now though, you've done your duty.
You can go home
And sleep well. This is awesome. See, look, 164.
So I guess I was a little off, but still.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
See you real soon.
To where I am today because I dress like Peter Pan over here.
Take a look at what I'm wearing, people.
Do you think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys? Forget about it. Blast off. My students will learn about self-respect.
Do you think anyone thinks he's a failure because he goes home to second star at night? Huh?
Okay. I'm sorry, Peter. You deserved a better joke than that. Woo, see? Told you I had a girlfriend.
Nice.
Nugget Way? There ain't no way we're headed over to Nugget Way. Let me tell you today.
Hashtag tram.
Oh, it's like a dog park.
Like a dog park? I don't even get my own joke. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
Sorry, excuse us. Can't see it.